What I'm going to be doing today is finishing a painting off taken from Monochrome in North Wales. I've actually more or less completed the painting and I just need to add a final few touches to it. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use watercolour paper into strips and paint with the paper. Then I'm going to be putting the grasses on, the wire fencing and then some more grasses, and that's the painting completed. So as you can see, I've completed most of the painting, and because it is monochrome, we've taken from the background going paler and into the middle distance going a little bit darker. So we just need to darken this area. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to take the paper, dip it in some Nordic blue, and we're just going to scrape scraping along so we get that bit of dry brush stroke movement coming in. And that's your fencing done. Very simple. Then what I'm going to then do is I'm going to get the rigger, obviously just wet it slightly, dry it off a little bit, and I'm just going to put the fencing, the wire fencing, just ever so slight, not too much detail, because it's wire and it needs to sort of create some light movement. Just put a little bit there as well. And then with a round brush, I'm just going to dip into the paint, and with upward movements, because obviously the grass blades are a lot thinner on the top than they are on the bottom, I'm just going to start coming up. And as I'm doing that, I'm just going to just blend in. Very, very strong colour, this Nordic blue, quite staining. So have to work quite quickly. And again, just letting that bleed into the water as we go along. Just blending that through into there, just dragging that paint down. Obviously altering the tones a little bit as well. Just scraping that along there. So we've not actually got any hard edges being created. And then just get that in, sort of varying the height of the grasses as well. Just blending that through, really blending it, merging it in. Just take that down and there. And then again, with the round brush. Again, if the brush is a little bit too thick, you can use the rigger, but this brush I'm actually using has got a lovely point on it. And just blend that in, blend that through into there. And just vary the height. And just take that through. Just blend all that into the paper there. Again, I'm painting on £300 paper, so hence that's why it's taped down at each corner, so you can really wet the paper. Just put a few more marks in there. Darken that just slightly round the fence, just to hide. Just drop that in, just slightly. And just vary the height. Slightly again of the grasses. And I'm going to just have to let that dry for a couple of minutes. Right, the painting now has dried, so what I'm actually going to do now is put the remainder of the grasses in to the painting, bringing it forward, and then that will be the painting completed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to use a round brush. It's got a really good point on it. Again, dipping into the paint, and I'm just going to put some grasses in to that area there, change to a larger brush, Just blend in to the area there. So we're giving an impression of like the hill is coming down. And then I'm going to then do a little bit of wet in wet. Again, that will bleed into the water, into the area there. And again, vary the height and the movement of the grasses. Just coming into this area here. Just blend and come down. Blending that through. Blending that in. At the moment it does look dark, but obviously the paint, as most people who do use watercolour know, that it dries a lot lighter. Scribble that into there. Putting that into there like that, and then again just put some more grasses. That'll just blend into. Forward. Just want to take away that hard edge there, so I'm just going to put a little bit of paint into there. And the beauty of watercolours is that it's got a magic of its own as well. So you've got a little bit of control over it, but then it has that magic about it. And that's a surprising element at the end of the painting when it's completed. I'll just put a couple of little grasses here. Again. I'll just put a little bit there. And that basically is the painting completed. I hope you've learnt something from that, and especially using the paper and the brush strokes for the grass. Happy painting.